Hey, this is Will Middleton from WPCourseGuide.com. In today's video, I'm going to go over 3 basic things you'll want to know about the LifterLMS quiz system. So to get started, I'll head into Courses, head into a course builder, and hop into a quiz. Expand all sections, head to New Lesson. I'll add a quiz here. We'll create a new quiz. And so the first thing is you're going to want to make sure this published is ticked. A lot of LifterLMS users forget to publish this, and then their students on the front end can't see the quiz. But as the administrator, you can see the quiz on the back end, and it just becomes a lot of confusion. So you'll want to make sure that's published. The second thing is, in order to delete a quiz, like you can see here, I already had a quiz on lesson 1, and sometimes you might add a quiz and then, leave out of here and you don't want that quiz there anymore. It's like a blank quiz, but you didn't delete it. So how you can delete the quiz is by opening the quiz editor and heading over to this trash can in the top corner there, and then clicking OK. And now that quiz, as you can see, is no longer on the lesson. Now I'll create a new quiz here. The other aspect of that is to detach a quiz. And so let's make sure our changes are saved, and we'll see that little icon pop up that allows us to detach a quiz. Let's see. I'll close out of there and reopen it to see if that helps. There it goes. So we can see this option to detach a quiz. Now this pretty much separates the quiz from the lesson and pretty much just detaches it. So if I do that, there's no longer a quiz on the lesson, but there's a quiz floating around somewhere on my site. So that's where this Add Existing Quiz comes into play, where I can click Add Existing Quiz, search for the quiz, and it would be labeled, New Lesson Quiz or something like that. There we go. So New Lesson Quiz, we can attach it right there. And so now we have the quiz back. One thing that can happen is if you detach a quiz from a lesson rather than deleting it, you can have a bunch of quizzes floating around on your site. And an easy way to delete them is to go into a dummy course, attach them into the quiz builder here, and then delete them from there. So if you ever run into that, that's how you can delete and detach quizzes. The third thing you'll want to know about Lifter quizzes is in the general settings. As you can see in the general settings, there's a lot to take in here, but what we want to focus on is the passing percentage. This is the grade that students need to get in order to pass the quiz. By default, it's set to 65, but we can change that here to any grade we want from 0 to 100%. And we also have some other settings down here from like limit attempts that allows you to limit students' attempts at trying out the quiz before an admin or instructor needs to come intervene there. And then you can also set a time limit for students to take the quiz, and this, I believe, is in minutes here. So this would be, a 30-minute time limit there. And then we can also opt to show correct answers at the end and randomize the question order, so questions appear, in a shuffled random order there. So those are the 3 main things you'll want to know about the LifterLMS quiz system. Feel free to suggest any videos you want to see in the future down in the comments below. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.